All right, welcome back, everyone. We're diving deep today into a business idea that kind of flips the script.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's the idea that if you really want to make a profit, a healthy bottom line,
Okay.
you got to prioritize the top line first.
Interesting. So not focusing on profits right away.
Exactly. It's about building something amazing and letting the profits follow naturally.
I like that. So who are we learning from today?
Our guy today is, well, none other than Steve Jobs.
Ah, makes sense. A visionary. Always thinking differently.
We've got some fascinating stuff from him, both written and spoken, that really sheds light on this whole top line approach.
Awesome. I'm ready. Let's hear it.
So in this text, we've got Jobs has this quote that just nails it. He says, if you do the right things on the top line, the bottom line will take care of itself.
Okay, I love that. But, for our listeners who aren't business experts, what exactly do top line and bottom line mean?
Yeah, good point. Top line is basically all the money coming in, your revenue.
Got it.
And bottom line is what's left after all the expenses, your profit.
All right, that makes sense. So Jobs is saying, focus on growing the revenue the right way, and the profits will naturally follow.
Exactly. And for him, that right way boils down to three things: strategy, people, and culture.
Interesting. So it's not just about the numbers, it's about the foundation.
Right. Like when he says strategy, what do you think he was really focused on?
Well, think about Apple back in the late 90s. They were struggling, losing market share.
Yeah.
Jobs came in with a very clear strategy. Simplify the products.
Okay.
Focus on what Apple always excelled at: design and user experience.
Right. Making things intuitive, beautiful.
And create products that were truly groundbreaking.
And that led to what? The iMac, the iPod.
Exactly. A whole new era for Apple. It all came from that strategic vision.
So the strategy is the roadmap, right?
Yeah, I like that analogy.
But you need the right people to actually drive the car.
Absolutely.
How did Jobs approach building his team?
He was super selective. I mean, notoriously so. He didn't just want brilliant designers, engineers, marketers.
He wanted more.
He wanted people who shared his passion, his drive, people who were as obsessed with quality and innovation as he was.
He wanted people who believed in the vision.
Totally. He understood that talent attracts talent. So he created an environment where the very best people in the world wanted to work.
It makes sense. And then there's culture, the feeling, the vibe of the company. What made Apple's culture so unique under Jobs?
It was intense, very demanding, but also exciting, exhilarating even.
So not for everyone.
Definitely not. But Jobs cultivated a culture of excellence. Mediocrity just wasn't acceptable.
People were pushed to their limits, but they were also part of something big, something special.
Exactly. It felt like they were changing the world, and in many ways they were.
It wasn't just about perks or a cool office. It was about something much deeper, a shared sense of purpose.
Definitely. A shared mission.
Okay, so we've talked about Jobs' philosophy, but let's hear from the man himself. We've got this audio clip where he talks about this whole top line, bottom line thing in action. Let's give it a listen. Audio clip of Steve Jobs speaking about the top line, bottom line philosophy plays. Man, you could just hear the passion in his voice, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. You can really tell how much this all meant to him.
He's talking about the progress they were making on the products, the marketing, distribution,
Yeah.
everything.
And he even says, listeners will see the results in just a few months. He wasn't messing around.
Yeah, and he gets specific too. Like he lists products, marketing, logistics, manufacturing, and distribution.
Not just vague ideas, he was focused on the actual details, the nuts and bolts of making this vision a reality.
And it all goes back to having that strong foundation.
The strategy, the people, the culture, everything else flows from that.
So it's not enough to just have a dream or a great team. You got to execute. You got to focus on the details.
Exactly. And I think that's a huge takeaway for anyone trying to apply this top-line thinking to their own work or life.
So let's bring it all home. What's the core message here? What can we learn from Steve Jobs and his approach?
The big lesson, I think, is that true, lasting success isn't about chasing short-term profits.
It's about the long game.
Exactly. It's about building something truly remarkable, something that has a real impact.
And focusing on those foundational elements, your vision, your team, your culture.
Get those right, and the financial rewards will follow.
It's almost like the better you build it, the less you have to worry about the money side of things.
Yeah, because the value you create will speak for itself.
That's such a powerful idea. All right, so here's a question for everyone listening. What are the top line elements in your own work, or even your life? What are the key things you need to prioritize to achieve your goals?
What's the foundation you need to build to achieve your dreams?
Think about that. Maybe jot down some ideas. We'll be back next time for another deep dive. See you then.
Hey, Dad.